Relayer is one of my most anticipated games of the year, but I admit I was nervous as to whether it would live up to its potential or not. Thankfully, we have a pretty lengthy demo out now, letting us play up to episode 7 of the main story. And after spending a few hours with the game, I'm happy to say this may be a contender for my game of the year so far. The game starts off with a tragic event between two sisters where the gravity in an area dissipates, leaving one of the sisters, Luna, sucked into the void, and the other, Terra, our main character, being left behind. The game picks up 2 years later with Terra still feeling the after effects of the tragedy, and shortly after, another of these gravity-altering events happens, with Terra getting wrapped up in a sequence of events leading to her piloting a mech and joining a group out to defeat the aliens behind everything. I'm oversimplifying the events just a bit so anyone interested can experience it for themselves. It's a setup you'll be familiar with if you're at all well versed in mecha anime or games, but the execution of these events in Relayer hooked me from the get-go. And the characters are all pretty likable so far, even if they're nothing you haven't seen before in JRPGs. The one and only real drawback, however, is the voice acting, or more specifically, the voice direction. Some of it just falls flat and may take you out of otherwise engaging scenes.
The disaster came to be known as the Gravity Loss Event. The Gravity Technology Development Organization, known as GT Labs, determined that relayers were responsible.
And certain characters sometimes just speak too quietly, and the default audio balancing can make the music overpower them. These are pretty much all prolific voice actors you've likely heard in games and anime before too, which makes the flat performances even more weird. Thankfully, it wasn't enough to ruin any scene for me, but it is a shame. There's also some noticeable typos in the script once in a while if you're a stickler for that sort of thing. Character interactions are all done visual novel style, with battles being turn-based strategy like Super Robot Wars, though gameplay is actually more akin to Fire Emblem, with you having to be right up against the enemy for melee units to attack, and ranged units having the ability to of course attack from squares away. There's even classes for your units in the game with slight branching tiers, which was a pleasant surprise. Units fall into various classes too, filling out typical attacker, tank, and support roles. In general, I was surprised how non-basic the battle mechanics and upgrade systems in the game were. There's not a million systems I play like in the Disgaea series or anything, but I spent more time than I thought I would mulling over how to best customize my unit's equipment and upgrading my character's skill trees than I thought I would. It's possible to replay the missions for bonus EXP and job points, but I haven't felt the need to do it yet. With that being said, I have had a unit die more than once in battle. Enemies can hit hard and are not afraid to gang up on a unit of yours. And I can't talk about the battles in Relayer without mentioning the battle animations. They're well animated, snappy, and look great. I haven't gotten tired of them yet, but do know that you'll be quickly seeing a lot of the same animations over and over. There's 2, maybe 3 animations for each weapon type, and unless you turn animations off, you'll be seeing them a lot throughout one battle, let alone the whole playthrough. Some weapon types do have a cool animation for when going up against the same weapon type though, which can be pretty cool. Like seeing 2 sniper bullets whiz past each other on the way to their targets, or my personal favorite so far, 2 bit users fighting, making their bits dodge and weave the opponent while looking for an opportunity to fire. In between battles and story events, you'll be spending time on your battleship where you can upgrade units, look up terminology and information in the onboard library, and even share your character's specific interactions that flesh out the world and let you learn more about the various members of the crew. Overall, the game has hooked me from the get-go, and I can't wait for the full release of Relayer. It's like a beautiful love child of Fire Emblem and Super Robot Wars, 2 other strategy RPGs I already love. It may not end up being as good as either of those series, but it'll be great to see a new strategy RPG plant its mark in the scene at a time when there's not many new series cropping up. You can download the demo right now for both PS5 and PS4, and the game launches worldwide March 24th. If you played the demo as well already, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And if you want more videos from me on Relayer and more, be sure to subscribe and check out the videos you see on screen here. Thanks for watching guys, I'll see you next time.